Something unusual is happening in rivers where sharks were never supposed to be. Across the world, reports of sharks appearing in unexpected freshwater environments have scientists deeply concerned. These apex predators, typically confined to saltwater, are showing an alarming ability to adapt. Follow us for more animal stories. Bull sharks, in particular, are notorious for their unique ability to tolerate fresh water. Unlike most sharks, they can regulate their internal salt levels, allowing them to swim upriver for miles. But now, researchers are witnessing an increase in sightings in places far beyond their known range. This has sparked urgent questions about what is driving them into freshwater habitats. Climate change is one of the leading suspects. As ocean temperatures rise and habitats shift, marine animals are being forced to adapt. Rising sea levels and increased storm activity may be pushing sharks further inland. Additionally, human activity and habitat destruction could be limiting their usual coastal ranges. Some scientists believe overfishing is also playing a role. With dwindling food supplies in the ocean, sharks may be venturing into rivers in search of prey. This behavior raises concerns not just for sharks, but for entire ecosystems. Rivers have never been designed to support apex predators like sharks. Their presence could disrupt delicate food chains and put freshwater species at risk. Fishermen and locals are reporting unexpected encounters with these fearsome predators. In some cases, bull sharks have been found hundreds of miles inland. One of the most surprising discoveries was in the Mississippi River. Reports suggest that bull sharks have been sighted as far north as Illinois. This is not an isolated phenomenon. Similar reports have come from the Amazon, the Ganges, and even Australian rivers. With each new sighting, scientists scramble to understand the full implications. If sharks can successfully adapt to fresh water, it could reshape our understanding of marine biology. Some experts fear that this could make human-shark interactions more frequent. Freshwater rivers are often heavily populated with swimmers, fishermen, and boaters. Sharks moving into these waters could increase the risk of attacks. However, shark experts stress that attacks are still extremely rare. The real concern is how these sharks will affect freshwater biodiversity. Large predators require a lot of food, and their presence may threaten native fish populations. Some scientists argue that this adaptation could be a natural evolutionary process. Could sharks be developing new survival strategies to cope with environmental changes? The possibility is both fascinating and unsettling. There is also the question of whether this trend will continue. If sharks are adapting, could we see other marine species following suit? Are we witnessing a radical shift in how marine predators interact with their environment? Scientists are now deploying tracking devices to monitor these sharks' movements. They hope to determine whether these migrations are temporary or part of a permanent trend. Some researchers are calling for stricter conservation efforts to protect both sharks and freshwater species. The delicate balance of marine and freshwater ecosystems could be at stake. Experts are particularly concerned about how invasive these sharks might become. Freshwater ecosystems are delicate, and the introduction of an apex predator could have lasting consequences. If sharks establish permanent populations in rivers, they could outcompete native predators. Smaller fish populations may dwindle, which could lead to the collapse of entire aquatic food webs. Another pressing question is whether these sharks are evolving new physiological traits. Some studies suggest that bull sharks have slightly different kidney functions than their saltwater relatives. This allows them to retain and release salt at more efficient rates. Could this be a sign of accelerated adaptation, or is it simply an ancient trait being used in new ways? More research is needed to determine whether these sharks are evolving or simply displaying existing capabilities. One theory suggests that river systems have always had the potential to support sharks, but humans never noticed. Historically, before industrial pollution and damming, rivers were healthier and more connected to ocean ecosystems. Sharks may have ventured into freshwater more often in the past, but were driven away by habitat destruction. As conservation efforts improve water quality in some regions, sharks may simply be reclaiming lost territory. This theory raises new concerns about how humans have altered natural ecosystems. If sharks once thrived in rivers, should we welcome their return or be alarmed? The answer is complicated, as these changes could benefit some species while threatening others. Additionally, researchers are investigating whether pollution plays a role in these migrations. Toxic chemicals in the ocean might be forcing sharks to seek cleaner water sources. Industrial waste, oil spills, and plastic pollution are all degrading marine habitats at an alarming rate. If rivers provide a temporary refuge from oceanic pollution, this could be an overlooked factor in their movement. Another aspect that concerns scientists is the impact of warming ocean currents. Warmer waters may be changing the migratory patterns of many marine species, not just sharks. If sharks are leading the way, could we see other marine animals adapting similarly? The broader implications of such shifts could be enormous. For now, the mystery remains unsolved. What is driving sharks into rivers, and how will it shape the future of aquatic life? Only time and further research will provide the answers. Until then, the presence of sharks in unexpected places serves as a stark reminder of nature's unpredictability. It's a development that scientists and the world cannot afford to ignore. As tracking efforts continue, researchers hope to unlock more secrets about these remarkable predators. Their findings may not only help us understand sharks, but also shed light on the future of our planet's changing ecosystems. Ultimately, what we learn from these sharks may help us prepare for even greater environmental transformations ahead. If the phenomenon continues, scientists will need to rethink how we classify marine and freshwater habitats. Perhaps one day, freshwater sharks will be considered a natural part of river ecosystems. For now, their presence remains an enigma, one that demands immediate attention from researchers and conservationists alike.